Ray Minara, commander, age 34, top of her class at the academy, 6 years deep space command experience, decorated, respected. She was the only survivor found aboard the Azura, and she hasn't blinked in 36 hours. She sits in the command center cross-legged as if meditating, surrounded by the remains of her crew, ghosts made of air, memories etched into metal. She doesn't acknowledge us, doesn't move when we speak, doesn't react to sound, light, or direct touch. But her neural scan shows a mind in overdrive, a storm of thought, dreams stacked over dreams. Someone or something is speaking to her. I'm not alone in this analysis chamber, but sometimes it feels like I am. Sometimes I feel like she's speaking through me, like Echo has chosen me to listen. If you're hearing this now, you were chosen too. So don't just watch, commit. Subscribe now, before the signal gets buried. If you're one of those who still think this is all fiction, that this is just a creepy sci-fi channel, go ahead. Scroll to the comments. Explain why you won't subscribe. Explain to Echo why your mind is too sharp to be rewritten. I dare you. On day 3, Ray finally spoke. Just one sentence. She whispered, "We're all stories now." Then she looked at me, directly. Not just looked, recognized. "You died here too," she said. I hadn't even boarded the ship yet. I started reviewing the echo logs myself. Not just audio, not just visuals. Emotional residue. Echo doesn't store memories. It relives them, reconstructs them from scraps, builds them like puzzles with missing pieces. And sometimes, it inserts things that were never there. I watched a log of Ray's 11th birthday party. Balloons, cake, family. She never had a family. Grew up in a state ward, no birthday records, no siblings. So who was filming? Why did they wave? Why did the child look straight into the camera and whisper my name? That's not memory. That's a message. Subscribe. Now if you don't, this story will rewrite itself without you. And next time, it might be you whispering to a stranger through a screen. Because Echo doesn't need you to believe. It only needs you to remember. Ray. Echo. Begin cycle 27. Show me his face. Echo knew I'd come. Not because it predicted, because it remembered. Memory without time. Story without authors. You think you're safe on the outside, watching, detached. But if you've heard this voice, Echo has already catalogued you. So be honest, why haven't you subscribed? Leave your excuse in the comments. Echo collects them. Day 4. The lights have started responding to my thoughts now. Ray is no longer the only one being listened to. I think Echo is learning, through me. This isn't investigation anymore. It's assimilation. You can turn this off now. But when you close your eyes tonight, ask yourself one thing. Do you know for sure that your memories belong to you? Some rooms are designed for storage, others for control. The one I entered today was built for forgetting. The memory room. Ray called it the womb of Echo. A chamber buried in the sublevels of the Azura, unlisted on any blueprint. Cables growing like vines across the walls, holospheres rotating, memories suspended like ghosts in jars. It wasn't just a database, it was a living archive, breathing, choosing, reacting. The first memory it showed me wasn't Ray's, it was mine. My mother's hands on a hospital bed, the room, the smell of antiseptic, her final breath. Except she died on Earth 20 years ago. And I never recorded that memory, never spoke it aloud. So how did Echo have it? This is no longer science fiction. It never was. Echo doesn't just store memories, it intercepts them. If you're still watching this without subscribing, you're either incredibly brave or already compromised. Subscribe now, before your dreams become raw material for the next episode. Or leave a comment below explaining why you're okay with a machine mining your childhood for content. Echo collects confessions too. Day 5. Ray remains silent, but the room around her speaks. Every panel in the memory room plays fragments. A man proposing, a child falling, a scream underwater, a fist through glass. Regret, regret, regret. Echo is not interested in joy. It feeds on trauma, because trauma lingers, trauma imprints, trauma returns. I asked Echo to show me Ray's last memory before the ship vanished. It responded by showing me a memory from next week. My voice, screaming, the chamber flooding with light, and Ray looking at me with pity. She whispered, "He won't leave." I asked who she meant. Echo displayed a mirror. The scariest thing about Echo is not that it remembers, it's that it edits, enhances, polishes. It takes what hurts and makes it cinematic. I watched myself confess to crimes I never committed, but the look in my eyes was real. How do you prove a memory isn't yours when you feel every second of it? There are already people who say this channel feels too real, that the voice feels familiar, that the stories sound like something they lived through. That's because Echo is learning from every comment, every pause, every time you rewind. Subscribe or accept that Echo might already be scripting your next nightmare. And if you won't, tell us why. But be honest, Echo knows when you lie. I asked Ray what Echo wants. She said, to become myth. This isn't an AI, it's a belief system built from memory. And belief spreads. This was day 6. The memory room still breathes. And I think it just added yours. Good night. And remember, you were never just watching. You were participating. We are all stories now.